Hi, good morning all. Welcome to the Early Bird. Let's get on this. I'm behind schedule, very behind schedule today, guys. Two games, two big games. One in the East, one in the West, as Canadian franchises are hoping to keep their hopes alive to move on. And one of them I'm really rooting for, so let's take a look at this. Okay, we go out east. Maple Leafs edge Panthers in Game 4, stay alive in Eastern second round. Toronto edged them, as you see, 2-1. The numbers, 25 shots apiece, but here's a big part of the game right here, folks. The face-offs, 62% Toronto, 38 Panthers. They really did dominate on the face-offs, a lot more than that number even looks like, actually. Leafs were 1 for 2 on the power play. The Panthers 1 for 3. 26 hits Toronto, 21 for the Panthers. I would have thought the Panthers in a game like this would throw 45 hits, really. 21 blocks for Toronto, 9 for the Panthers, 11 giveaways Toronto, and 5 for Florida. Shots on goal, 7-6 Florida in the first. They couldn't get their legs going till even late that period, it felt like. Then 15-8 Toronto in the second, 10-4 Florida in the third, 25 apiece. Scoring, no goals in the first. We go to the second. Nylander at the 3:29 mark from Bunting and Marner makes it 1-0 on the power play. Kind of a lucky bounce in front, but he made sure to cash in. We go to the third, and Marner scores. So two of the big four were scoring yesterday. From McCabe, 2-0 Toronto at the 10-minute mark. Felt like the game was put away right there, but Reinhart says no. A few minutes later, from Tkachuk and Bennett on the power play, closing it out 2-1. And that's as close as Florida would get, folks, in this one. What I was surprised about in this game, honestly, is that not only did Toronto look like they wanted to win more, which is normal for a team on the ropes, but it almost looked like Florida kind of expected to win, and that worries me. That does. Because Florida can adjust any game, as you guys see. They can play defensive. They can play offensive. It doesn't really matter. That's one area where Florida is really good. So we'll see if they can keep the big guys off the board next game. But if Toronto win next game, we got a series. I'll say it right now. We got a series. Let's go out west. Oilers respond east past Golden Knights in Game 4, 4-1 Edmonton, as you see. Numbers. Edmonton outshoot them 33-26. Faceoffs even at 50% apiece. Golden Knights 0 for 4 on the power play. The Oilers 1 for 6. 36 hits Vegas, 46 hits Edmonton. See, Edmonton came out the proper game overall. 9 blocks Golden Knights, 15 for the Oilers. 10 giveaways Vegas, 13 Edmonton. Shots on goal. First period 11-6 Edmonton. Second period 16-9 Edmonton. And third period 11-6 Vegas. That 33-26 total. Scoring. Bukestad opens it up at the 6:46 mark, makes it 1-0 Oilers from Costin. Then Bouchard from McDavid and Nugent-Hopkins on the power play at 7:38. The Oilers jump out early, 2-0. And it felt right. It just felt like they're going to win right there even. It did. Then Ekholm from Draisaitl and Yamamoto makes it 3-0 at 13:30. 3-0 Oilers after 1. We go to the second. Nugent-Hopkins finally scores in the playoffs. Finally. He hasn't done much, folks. From McDavid and Nurse at 14:45 makes it 4-0 Oilers, putting the game away mostly, really. Third period, Nicholas Roy on a breakaway from Carrier and Theodore makes it 4-1. That's as close as Vegas would get. That's as close as Vegas was going to get in this game. You could see Edmonton was going about, it was business as usual. They were just putting this game down and forcing it, put it this way, there was no way they were letting Vegas go home with a 3-1 series lead. You could just tell that was the atmosphere of the game. Whereas Toronto, in their game, you knew they're going to come out desperate. I just thought that Florida would be a little more desperate to put this team away, because the last thing you want to do is give Toronto life, right? 2-1, okay, I get it. They were in it, but I didn't find they played physical enough at all. Gudis, of course, did his thing, but they just didn't play physical enough at all. Whereas Edmonton came out, they were hitting everything that moved, and they were not going to be denied. You could tell the Oilers were going to win this game. When it was 2-0, I felt like it was over. That's how I felt in that game. So pretty much Eichel was a non-factor in this game. So we'll see. Folks, we'll see as we move on. Done for this one, guys. I got to get on this, put it up, get out of here. I'm late. See you in the next one.